Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to talk about, well, before I start, I'm actually doing my hair. So I'm actually, just making freshening up my hair for my birthday. Well, solar return, that's a whole other conversation. Because we never have birthdays, we have solar returns, but that's another topic for another day. Today I want to talk about why Black fathers are stripped away from their sons. However, you guys, as you get older and everything, and you awaken each day, it's questions that you want to ask yourself that just been hidden. And I actually was thinking about this today. Oh my God, like when I see a white family, I see a white family together. No, don't get me wrong. Of course, there's some white families that are tear apart. But for the most part, we see white families together. They're loving and they're in harmony and everything. But when we see a black family, it's stress and chaos and trauma and generational curses, and fathers are stripped away from their sons. However, you guys, I want to talk about my story on why I regret transitioning. But yes, I might regret transitioning, but I'm not unhappy with my life. I'm not unhappy. So I don't want no one to put words in my mouth or twist my words up. I'm very happy. I'm at peace. I keep having my spiritual awakenings. I keep rising in my consciousness. I keep rising. You get me right? And this is why I feel like, before I get to my topic, I want to say this. This is why I feel like people like me, they push that agenda on people like me so they can destroy our legacy, destroy our seed, push that agenda to destroy us. However, you guys, I want to say this. I was raised in a children's home, which means that my father was stripped away from me. I remember when I was a child growing up, I met my father like 2-3 times in my entire life. And I'm 27, turning 28 on Sunday, you guys, September the 15th. That's my solar return. However, you guys, I remember the first time I met my father, he told me that he wasn't allowed around me. He was not allowed, keyword, allowed around me. He told me they done fuck you up. The system done fuck you up. Like, if I was allowed around you, I would teach you how to operate your gifts and how to really maneuver in this world. I remember that was the first thing my birth father told me. And keyword, he wasn't allowed around me, which means that they poisoned me, and they poisoned me to think a certain way about him. You see how the enemy works? They will have us loving the enemy, but they will have us loving the enemy, but have us, wait, am I saying it right? They will have us hating the victim, but loving the enemy. Yeah, I said it right. But you guys, and this is why I regret transitioning, because I was even thinking about this today as I was doing my hair. It might sound weird, but I don't know what it means to be a man. That is why you see some trans girls transition, because a lot of them have that story. I know what it feels like to be a woman. I know what it means. And I'm not saying that no. But when you strip a man away from his son, and then when you put that son with a bitter baby mama, and surround that son with bitter women that have abusive child fathers, that have men that don't love them, or men that didn't show them the love. The fathers, the baby fathers, they grow that animosity for men, and then they become bitter, and then they raise their sons in that bitter bitch energy. Oh, puppy. So you see, right? How you say hi to the camera? Say hi to the. So you see, right? When you raise a son in that bitter bitch energy, of course, he would become a little bitch too. And I'm speaking on the behalf of a lot of trans girls that probably, and I'm not like speaking bad about no one, I'm just speaking my truth, you guys. As I get older, and like I said, as I awaken more, I realize, and this is why I don't mess with people like Nicki Minaj anymore, because she sold her soul and she sold her people out. They use her and her magnetism, you know, the soul's magnetism, to draw the people in to their agenda. You understand? So I want to say this: before you start judging people, get to know people's story first. That I would say. And yes, I really do regret transitioning because, and I'm being honest, still to this day, I don't know what it means to be a man. I was never surrounded with men. I never ever had a male presence in my life growing up as a child. I had women. I was raised in a children's home. I had female staff that used to work at the children's home. I had plus when you put that that trauma on top of being sexually assaulted at a young age from a man too. You get me right? Like, it was all a program. It's a program. The Matrix, it's a program. It's not right. But I'm speaking, and I've been saying this. You see, someone got to be a sacrificial lamb. Someone has to sacrifice for their generation. I would sacrifice for my generation because, you see, the younger generation that's coming up after me, I don't want them to fall into the same traps that I have fallen into by this system. Why is that we see white fathers raising their sons in love, peace, and harmony, but we don't see a black father raising his son? It's very rare you will see a black man raising his son. Very rare. But for the most part, it's chaos and drama. And you get me right, and baby mama drama. And child support drama. A lot of drama. Because I was digging into the Rashad Jamal case, you guys, and I was like, oh my God, here comes another black man being stripped away from his black son. And I automatically, it fed my soul. I said, oh my God. And this is why this topic came up, because enough is enough. This system is not right. This system is not right. If you want to control a man, you get to the woman, because when you control the woman would, it's not right. And like I said, I regret transitioning because I was in my sleep docile state that they put me in, from all the trauma and abuse and neglection and all of that. But I'm awakened now, and it's like I transitioned before I was awakened, but I got my soul. And thank God I have a relationship with God. And God said this, you know what? I protect you because I saw what happened. And we all know this saying, God protect the animals, He protect the children, and He protect the fools. I was a fool back then. But you guys, you see how this system is? Don't listen to me. I mean, not that don't listen to me. Don't worry about the vessel. Listen to the message. Cause this is what this world has us caught up in. Like we don't wanna take knowledge from this person because such and such. You with this, and I don't want to listen to you. But in reality, like we are the most smartest people you would ever meet. We just got caught up in the system that did us wrong. I'm sorry, I want to say that again. You guys don't want to listen to people like me because of such and such. You don't fit the bill to speak this type of knowledge. Is like right message, wrong messenger. You get me right? The message that I'm spewing out my mouth is important. It's just a system just destroyed the vessel, that's all. The system destroyed the vessel, but I've escaped before they destroyed my internal, like my knowledge, my soul. I've escaped the matrix before they could have destroyed my soul. You see, you could transition your outer world, but you can never transition your soul. You can never take pills and go to the surgery to transition your soul, your heart, your empathy. I'm a beautiful person. And it ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm a beautiful soul. You see how the system really fuck us up? And how they done us wrong? But then y'all will judge people like me because, but y'all don't even know our stories. You can't, this is the thing, y'all love to judge a book by its cover. Y'all need to learn how to read. Stop judging a book by its cover and read and listen and read and understand. And yes, I will say this again, yes, I regret transitioning, which means if I was aware, I wouldn't have transitioned. This is why I can't support people like Nicki Minaj. But I just want to tear that system that she works for down because it's not right. Because now that she have a son, you think she will raise her son in that same system? You get my point, right? No. They're going to be raised in a different reality, but they push that reality on us. You see how wicked these people are? Just like for Cardi B, she would never let her daughter listen to WAP. But you want other people's daughters to listen to WAP. You get my point, right? And I will say this again. I regret transitioning, but I don't hate myself. I would never commit suicide. I would never do things that would make me regret my life. I love my life. I love everything that I've been through. I'm grateful for everything that I've been through because it taught me. Because everything I've been through, it teach me and it's going to help me to help others. But yeah, you see how this system is, right? The system is not built for people like me. We need to stop judging people. Yeah, I'm just freshening up my hair and everything, you guys. And I'm okay with not having any children. I'm very okay. I'm very okay. I've already made my peace with my life. Like I said, I built a connection with God, and God said, okay. If I had to go back and do over, it depends. But no, for the most part. So you guys see how the devil uses the things you love and the people you love. Like these celebrities, I would say. They use us against us. They sold us out. Malcolm X said this umpteen years ago. He said this. You know? In the black community, when it comes to our black leaders, they push a specific agenda to destroy the black people. They sold us out. They sold us out for money, for a coin. Same thing with the crack era. They sold us out. Just like the Tuskegee experiment, and they sold us out. They use our celebrities, they use the things that we love, the people that we love, to further their agenda. You understand? This is why I don't like celebrate those celebrities anymore. They're puppets. Yes, they might come across relatable. Yes. It's all for show. It's all for show. It's not genuine. It's all for a show. To get you hooked, to get the masses hooked, to make the masses think, well, oh my gosh, she's so real. But there's nothing real about these celebrities. Unless we're talking about real fake, real fickle. Unless that's what y'all are talking about. There's nothing real about these celebrities, man. This is why we have to protect our kids. Protect your kids. Protect your kids, people. The devil attacks your kids. The devil attacks the ones that are lesser in consciousness. Know that my consciousness is rising. The devil can't attack because I know how he's coming. I know his tactics. So he's not going to come at the adult unless, well, I don't want to say all adults are conscious. All adults are conscious, but for the most part, the devil ain't want, you get me right? I mean, yes, we all as adults have our own vices, but any adult in the right mind, the devil not going to be after. That hard. But you see how the devil are after people? The young people, the youth, the young impressionable minds of the youth. You see how you see, right? Just victims of the system. And thank God I'm not a victim. I got out early. Yes, like I said, I regret transitioning, but I don't hate myself. I take accountability. I don't hate myself. And I want to say this clearly. I'm not one of those trans girls that would commit suicide. So let me say that carefully. I love my life. Thank God, God showed me my power. God showed me my power, my inner strength, my inner power. So when I show up dead, I love who I am. I made mistakes along my path. If I could go back, yes, I said I would probably not go back because I know everything now. But if I did go back, I probably wouldn't even transition if I did go back. If I did go back now and I know everything I know now, I wouldn't have probably loved Nicki Minaj because she's a demon. I don't see her the way I see her now. Alright, I'm sorry. I don't see her now the way I used to see her before. But she's a puppet. She's fake. These celebrities are fake. And the reason why I'm putting an emphasis on Nicki Minaj is because, like I said, we all have our vices, and that was my vices. That was my vice. So like I can't speak about. I mean, yes, all celebrities are fake, yes, but like for instance, I'm not going to speak about Beyonce because I don't like. I wasn't drawn to her. I was more drawn to Nicki Minaj. You might have your own vice. You might like, Donald Trump, and you might like Serena Williams. You might like we all had our own. We all have our own. And this is why I put an emphasis on Nicki Minaj, because she, at one point, I saw her word as law. If that makes sense. I never saw her as a god. I would never put these people before God. But at one point, I saw her word as law. When Nicki Minaj said this, and that means, well, she's right. And you get my point, right? But yeah, thank God I've escaped that world. I escaped that world. And this is why this is why I love myself so much. Despite when I was in that world, I've made mistakes in that world. But I gotta acknowledge. I can't just sit down and be mad at, oh my God, such and such happened. I have to acknowledge that God gave me the strength to see that world for what it really is and escape it. I have to acknowledge that. And that's what I'm doing. I'm acknowledging that I've made a mistake, yes, by transitioning. However, I'm acknowledging that, yes, I've escaped it with my soul intact and my knowledge and my mind intact. Because a lot of people would not make it out. And thank God I've made it out. And as I continue to bend this matrix, I will continue to shed light on the system, the darkness. The darkness. Because it's not right. It's not right. It's not right, man. It's not right.